Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your March eDay. On Wednesday, you received a copy of the Sun and Shadow Data Collection Word document. This will be located on Canvas as well as here on OneNote, and then you have a physical copy as well. Over the last few days, we've gone through and together we have set up your Excel spreadsheet, which is located in your Earth and Space Science folder. We created 3 different quote-unquote tabs or sheets, one for sunrise and sunset, one for duration of daylight, and the last for the shadow length. We will be utilizing the SunCalc website, which I have pictured here. A couple of things to remind you that we went over together. So currently it is linked to our location at Zionsville Middle School. We have the date of January 15th because we're going to be using the 15th of every month. And so all you have to do is click in this box in order to change your month, and then you'll choose the 15th, as well as the time box here. And I'll give you an example. Remember, this is going off of military time. So we'll have talked about this, but I'll show you an example in just a second. For your sunrise, sunset data, we are going to be using 3 pieces of information that are located right here. I'm going to circle it. Sunrise, sunset, and culmination. So we'll be entering into our Excel spreadsheet the hour, the minutes, and the seconds together. For the duration of daylight, I'm going to highlight this. We are going to be using this time right here. And again, we're going to enter it as hours, minutes, and seconds. For the last piece or the last sheet that we're going to work with, we're going to be using the section that I'm circling here in purple, which is shadow length. But we'll be changing this one, again, we'll do this together, to 2.5. So that way our object has a height of 2.5 meters. So your job, we're going to do January and February together in class. Your job is going to be to take the data and information that you find on the SunCalc website and enter it into each sheet. Then your job is going to be to turn your data into a graph. So we have the sunrise, sunset is a line graph. The duration of daylight will be a bar graph. And then the shadow and length, or the shadow length will be a line graph. Your charts or your graphs must include a title, and on Excel spreadsheet, it's called chart title. You must have axis titles, and then there's a possibility that you may want to change the colors. We did this with our averages of monthly temperatures, but I'll show you an example just in case. Your job then is going to be to take a picture of each of your graphs, and then on Friday, we're going to be placing it into a Word document. On the day of eDay, your responsibility will be to upload your Excel workbook to a Canvas Dropbox. And we'll talk about this together on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and go to our Excel spreadsheet. So a reminder, once we have entered all of the data, we're going to enter January and February in. I started with January. Tomorrow we'll be going through and actually entering in the February data. I am filming this on Tuesday evening. Once you have it all entered in, you will select all of your data. And once you have highlighted and selected, we're going to go to Insert up at the top, and we're going to choose Line Graph. And we want to make sure we're choosing the one that is indicating the points. So right now you'll notice this graph looks different than the one that was pictured for you. And that's because my columns and my rows have been flip-flopped, where they have put the sunrise, culmination, and sunset as my horizontal axis and my months as my series. And we want those flipped. So we're going to go up under chart tools. So you need to make sure that you've clicked chart tools. On the far left, we're going to go and do switch column and row. And now this looks like what I want it to look like. If I want to change the colors, because again, notice the one I have on the left has different colors than what it's given me. I can go to the far right under chart tools and choose format. And this is where I can say, okay, here's series of sunrise. Well, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to change my outline to red. Well, once it changes, you'll notice my dots, my markers that indicate the exact time are still blue. So I can choose marker options and change it to red. And then I want to change my outline to red as well. So they're all the same color. Don't feel like you need to change your colors. This is just something if you would like to. The thing that's missing though that you must have, that is a requirement, under chart tools, you must add a chart title. So you're going to need to edit your chart title and make sure that it is describing what I am seeing in my graph, as well as axis titles, primary vertical axis, edit. This is going to tell me what my numbers represent on the left side. So if we go to duration of daylight, again, we're going to be doing January and February together. Once you have everything entered through December, we're going to highlight and go to insert, and then it's a column or a bar graph, and we're going to choose the first one on the left. Once again, it has flip-flopped my row and my column. I want my months to represent the horizontal axis. So I need to go back to my chart, and I need to say switch row and column. For my final with the shadow length, once again, I need to select my data. I need to go to insert. We're going to do a line graph for our shadow. And then here again, we need to flip-flop my months with my times of day. So I need to go to chart, switch row column, and then it has it set up correctly. You have to remember, make sure you're putting in your chart title, edit chart title, axis title, primary vertical. When you have finished, there will be a drop box on the daily agenda for you to upload your Excel workbook. And we are going to be taking pictures of each of your graphs for Friday. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email. I look forward to seeing the information that you collect, and I look forward to having a great discussion with you together on Friday. Have a wonderful eDay. I will miss you, and I cannot wait to see you on Friday.